right, stress is good for you. That's according to Aussie author Luke Mathers, whose new book, Stress Teflon, reveals how you can use life's more trying moments to your advantage.
It's an interesting way of looking at it for sure, and Luke joins us now from the Gold Coast. Good morning to you, Luke.
G'day guys, how are you?
Good, thank you.
You don't look stressed.
No,
I'm not too stressed, mate. Thanks for having me on.
So let's go through what stress can cause. It's medically proven it can cause heart problems, stroke, it can lead to obesity. So how can that be a good thing?
It can also lead to things like constipation and erectile dysfunction, but it doesn't have to. One of the things about stress is it's not so much stress itself, it's how we deal with it. And the hassle is things like the stats you just talked about there, make it so we all feel like stress is bad and we need none of it. And if we had none of it, you'd see the curve on there. If you look down to the left on the curve, that's where you've got no stress and you're bored off nut. You're not excited about anything, you don't fire up. So the hassle is most people think that's what they want, but they don't. Then up the other end, you're stressed off your head and you're not a very good version of you. What Stress Teflon does is teach you how to get in that green bit, where you're getting stuff done and you're fired up and you're good to go.
How do you tell the difference
between the good and the bad?
Yeah.
The idea is that the good will sort of come and it'll fire you up and you'll get stuff done and then it moves on. The bad's the stuff that you usually generate in your own head, wanders around inside your own head, and you basically make the stress for yourself, and that's what's causing most of the problems.
How do you get rid of it?
Situations don't cause problems, our reactions are the thing that cause the problems.
So when something's bouncing around in your own head, how do you get rid of it?
Some of the best things to do is to catch yourself when you first get that first sign, that knots in your stomach and the heart rate going, is to catch yourself and don't automatically assume that it's bad. You know, you've got to look at stress as a challenge, not a threat. When stress is a threat and it's, oh my God, this is terrible and everything's awful, that's when things go pear-shaped and you get all those problems. What I talk about is a thing called wait, which is basically what am I thinking? Stop and have a look at the situation and come up with the best response rather than just letting stress take you into a spiral. So
that's the toxic stress that you talk about that can make us fat.
Yeah, it can do. It can do. The hassle with stress is that, you know, when you're under toxic stress, it doesn't feel real good. And so you want to get that sort of instant gratification. You want to get something that makes you feel better straight away. And normally what we do with that is we go to things like chocolate and fast food and most of the stuff you had on Deliveroo earlier.
Yeah.
We go for that sort of stuff because you get instant gratification. But the hassle is the stress response actually fills your bloodstream with sugar anyway. So you've got this full bloodstream with sugar from your body's stress response, and then you're adding all of these comfort foods on top, and it's just part of the reason why we've got the obesity epidemic that we have now.
You've got a mate called Carlos. Tell us about him.
I thought you'd like him. Carlos is actually the better version of me. We had Movember one year and I grew this dirty big tash. There's a picture of Carlos. And I'm useless at things like DIY, and when I had the mustache, I built a big deck and I was awesome. You know, men wanted to be me and women loved me for about a month. Unfortunately, then went back to being normal old Luke. But what we do a lot of corporate speaking. We find out what people's better version of them looks like, and we give it a name. And Carlos is mine.
Wow.
Okay, that is fascinating.
What would yours be? Svetlana.
I like that.
Me too.
Everyone loves Svetlana.
I think I'd have a lot of long, floaty dresses with long sleeves that I could do this with.
But that's you anyway.
Good point.
You should get tatted up.
As well.
Thanks, babe. Really good stuff.
Look, thank you very much. And Luke's
My
book,
pleasure, guys. Nice talking to you.
You too.
Stress Teflon, is available right now in all good bookstores.
Yeah, it's good information, isn't it?